Hello everyone and welcome to I've been not here for quite some time. Yeah, real life is a lot of stuff. It's just a lot of stuff. And I am going to I'm going to start. I have a bit of a thing that I wanted to do. That is like a character from a video game that I really like. I like it. It's a really cool character, and I wanted to make a 3D model, which also forces me to go into modeling characters and not necessarily humanoids, but human characters. Again, characters with human features. Let's call it that. And yeah, I want to see how this comes out in the end. I do have an idea of how I want to do this, so I'm not just starting completely random here. I'm just telling you that much. And we'll see how the whole thing goes. So the character itself is a Spider-Woman, not from the Spider-Man set, not from Marvel Spider-Man, but like Quailag from Dark Souls, something like a human spider. I don't want to say hybrid, but hybrid. And we are going. I'm going to try to like emulate that. I'm starting with the spider body anatomy. I'm starting with the abdomen. So spider is something of an interesting theme for myself. I did have a phobia of spiders for quite some time in my life, and I have managed to like, well, I haven't overcome it. Like I'm still like, I'm not deathly afraid of spiders. I'm not like screaming as soon as I see a spider and run away or something, but it's still something that bothers me a lot, but it's not as hard as it was before. Okay, this looks more like a boat. Maybe I should make a boat. No, I do have an idea of what I want to do here. Let's cut this. Let's cut this. Let me think how I wanted this to look. Actually, no. Shit. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna weld this, and then we're fine. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the abdomen. I'm gonna try and make this. I do have an idea of how I want to do this in my head, and I have no idea if I can actually like make this work as I think. Yeah. The base idea was like, I have this form of her abdomen. It is in two parts. It is the outer carapace on the top and the like the lower body. I mean, spiders don't usually have carapaces, I think. Not sure, but we'll see how far I can get. Okay, I'm gonna move the symmetry. We're gonna weld this down, force this in, and force it back up. This is actually really close to what I wanted. No, this one. I'm going to subdivide this again. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna need to give this a, okay, this goes under characters and new folder called Super Fantasy Kingdom. By the way, I'm not streaming the game because there's already like fans of the game who are like streaming it. I am not sure if they're dedicating their channels to the game or something, or if they're just like streaming it as one of the games they do. But where I mean, the character is named Quella, which is very close to Quelaag, like suspiciously close to Quelaag, which I'm fine with. Quelaag is a fucking cool character. But yeah. I did like the character. I like to play it. I haven't unlocked all the characters. I do have another favorite character that I want to do, but this one looked like a challenge, so I'm going to work on this first. And see how far I can get. Probably gonna finish it tonight. Okay. But we'll see. Okay, here comes the fun part. Okay, that's what happens. Yeah, this is what I expected to happen. Fuck. Okay, he doesn't like me symmetrying stuff. Okay. Okay, let's start just here. Here's my idea. I wanna, like, spiders have like hair, at least some spiders have hair. And I wanna like emulate this. This is not the spider leg, this is the these are the hairs of the spider. Okay, interesting. Okay. Whoop. And yeah, this is basically just an idea to like give some. Ooh, that's a bit much. Some detail to the character without like doing too much. Yeah, like just spiders are hairy on their backside, or at least the bigger ones like tarantulas and what have you not, and I wanted to like at least kinda have that, and I have yet to find out how to make like proper bump maps and normal maps for fur and stuff. So I'll just see how this works out. Okay. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, if I now just for fun these. Yeah. This is kinda how I envisioned it. And kinda in this case is close enough. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, these ones I cannot make that big because this is the thing about spiders. They have like the abdomen, then they have their main body where all the legs are. So this is basically just like a big app. They have a big butt, and then I will have to model a human body. Yay! things I think actually like wanted to get into. So this is like, I don't have to do all the nitty gritty, dirty, weirdy parts of the human body, but I have to do some parts of the human body. So I consider this a training exercise in the human body that I still have to kind of finish. Thanks for not reminding me. But yeah. Also, I wanted to like work on something from the ground up, so to speak. By the way, this is only something that I will put on the abdomen, so the main body with all the organs inside and the legs attached will not have this. This is just something that, like this hair detail was something I envisioned for the I always want to say thorax, but it is actually not. It is actually the abdomen. Can you just... Thank you very much. Whoop. Whoop. It is interesting that on this side there's always this like extra line here, and on this side it is not. But I think now I know why symmetry didn't work. At some point it just like weirded out. Probably because I removed the symmetry and then forgot to put it on 1 or 2 steps in or something. The usual. Also, I'm relatively tired today. Don't mind me. For some reason, I just like... I just don't get back to like having good sleep for some reason. And I really don't want to like take another day off and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it when I feel better and when I'm rested and stuff. No, I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna make some modeling today. Yeah, the main goal is to like at least finish the spider part of the body. And the optimal would be to like finish the spider body so I can rig this soonish. Trademark. Like I can absolutely see myself doing this tomorrow. Or on the weekend. I actually have a weekend where I'm not pre-occupied. This was like last weekend was like I originally planned to do this on Sunday, and then I remembered that I actually booked Sunday, but I also already booked Saturday. So basically just forgot that I had the whole weekend planned out and I didn't have time for any 3D modeling, which was a bit annoying. Last week I had morning shift, so this is my excuse why I didn't do anything last week. You know, the usual. Oh no, I was busy working and... on the weekend, on the first day, I had like a one-shot on D&D where I was like, hey, I'm gonna have some new people who never played D&D, and they want to just like check out what all the fuss is about. So I was like, yeah, I guess I have to like run that campaign and show them what makes D&D so cool. And on the other day I had like friends over because one of them was like getting back into the city, into town, since he worked somewhere else. Is it abroad? If it is in the same country, I don't know. Wasn't here, now he's back, and we like I was like, hey, you all can come over, I'm gonna cook, and I'm gonna like we can hang out and have some fun. And it was really cool. But yeah, I basically had friends over and was like, and then I was like, okay, never mind. Also, my dad had his birthday, and I was there, and this was also a day where I didn't have time, and my siblings were over, and I also wanted to spend time with them. So it's like just like regular human real life that was there, and I was like, okay, guess I gotta do all that. And I don't regret it, to be honest. Because family is important. So yeah. But I also wanted to do this, and I'm happy to be back making stuff. Even though I don't know if the stuff will be any good. Okay, little triangle. We can, of course, deal with that. Triangles are just shapes. Eh. Yeah, and I haven't doing as much like rendering as well as I might have wanted to. This is mainly my fault. I'm just like I have less idea. I'm just less. Oh, I want to do. I want to make this. I want to make that. Oh, this looks cool. I want to model it. Oh, this looks interesting. I want to model it. I have like modeled a lot of items, and usually every item I model is accompanied by a by render. And this is how I like had for years. I had like 2 renders a week, and now I have a month where I have like only 1 or 2 renders at most. We should save this actually, which is also bothering me a bit, but also like I am modeling and rigging specific stuff now, which just takes a lot of time. And yeah, I have to like find stuff I want to make without it just being cheap, because this is something that I also noticed. Like I'm getting so much better at this, which is cool, but at the same time this also means that like something that I took like 2 hours before, where I made a cool video, or where I made a video about it, is just like not worth a video anymore. I made recently, like I made the tavern indoor, the environment, right? And I made like chairs and benches and specifically tables for it, but this only took like, I don't know, it wasn't enough to warrant a video. Like it wasn't enough content, but I was like, okay, this is something that took me, or that will take me enough effort to make a video. Like I didn't even record it because I was like, yeah, this is gonna take like, I don't want to say 10 minutes, but I mean, effectively it did. But yeah, this is something that I noticed. Like I'm running kinda out of stuff to show, because otherwise it's just like, oh look, I made another hair and it's the exact same procedure as before, and isn't that cool? And this also feels like just like, yeah, I made another video, but it is technically the same as before. And I mean, then again, let's be honest, like playing video games and making that into content is also like, yes, you play a different video game, but it's basically just playing video games. And by no means I want to say, hey, this is difficult, or this is like harder, or this is worth less. Like, this is not the point. I'm just like, okay, so this is just the same for me, from my perspective, as the video before, with a different furnishing, with a different I don't want to say vibe. Like, the content is technically different, but it is so similar that you couldn't like pick the videos apart. It's a meme of, it's the same image, just with videos, which feels a bit cheap to me. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to be like making the same video 10 times over, just with slightly different content. Just like, hey, look, I made a different shoes, and I'm already doing that. Like I recently made the heelless shoes because I was like, oh, those look fucking rad. I want to have those and use those as a model. And this was basically yet another shoe video. I mean, it's a bit different because I didn't have the heel, and but it feels very samey, which is why I am not making that much. Like, I don't feel like making that much content anymore. It feels like I'm always making the same bit and bit, especially since I used the since I started using the full body suit for journalists too. I was like, okay, I mean, it helps a lot with the workflow because it is so much faster, but that also means like I now have a standard to go by, and it just takes a lot of time from the actual making and the video, because I'm just that much quicker with making the content. So this is something that I have, considering I don't want to stop this necessarily. I mean, I started this for a very stupid reason. And I mean, I'm not even so sure. Sometimes I think I should stop because I'm not contributing that much. Sometimes and then I'm thinking, no, I cannot stop, for the tiny chance this is doing what it is supposed to, and that is like reaching the people it is supposed to reach, and helping the people it's supposed to help. And every now and then I get like cool feedback, and I get a comment that says, hey, thank you for this, thank you for that, thank you for making this video. And yeah, I don't really want to stop, even though I basically, do I dare say I did it all? Not really. Like, there's so much still to explore, so much to go into, how do I put this? Like, the whole thing with the game engine that I have, like, that I've been talking about on this channel for I think about 2 years. It is something like I did there's videos of me making some video games with the Yaha engine, and this was totally fun. I enjoyed this immensely. I had a lot of fun doing it. And I do want to like go into that again, because there is like I have game ideas where I'm like, hey, I do have a specific idea that I want to make, and I don't have the slightest idea how. I have to learn a lot of stuff for it, and it sounds interesting, and it would be a source for a great amount of content, but it also means I need to have the time to learn the basics of a game engine. If I have the basics, and then I can like if I have the basics of a game engine, and I can make like simple things, I can make more complex things. This is the same as 3D modeling in that case. I just need to like have the starting point. But yeah, the time of, hey, I'm taking like 4 weeks without any content to learn the game engine, is also feels kind of weird. So this is also something that I have been mulling on about. When do I do this? Do I do this? Like last year, I was like, oh, I can do this in the 2 weeks of vacation. Then I was like, ah, shit, never mind, I can't do it in the 2 weeks of vacation because I have guests over, which was absolutely, like, I would do it again in a heartbeat. But it also meant like that the vacation wasn't really like that much free time. Because I had guests and they were here the whole 2 weeks, and it was absolutely cool. But of course it means I can't just like take a day, put up snacks, put up drinks, and just go and learn stuff and work stuff, because I can't just be like, hey, nice of you to be here, I'm gonna close the door and don't talk to me. That would be shitty, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, maybe this year, I don't know. My big vacation is in end September, early October, like end of September, something like that. Maybe this year I will have the time and endurance, and I'm not too tired to like try and make the whole thing happen. Like go and 3D and learn how to use like Godot or Unreal Engine or whatever. I mean, I'm currently thinking about Godot because it looks like a cool engine, and I've seen some different things made into it, and it seems to be very multifaceted, and it has apparently visual scripting, which is a must for me personally, because I'm not gonna learn another programming language, but visual scripting, I absolutely can do that. So yeah, I do want to do this. I do want to get into game development. And if possible, I wouldn't want to do it alone. I would want to do it with friends. But that is something that I have little to no control over. I can't like decide for people, hey, you're now gonna learn the game engine with me, and you're gonna do the game engineering it. I'm gonna do the software. I'm gonna do the model development, and someone else is gonna do, like, there's a lot of stuff to make a video game. It's not necessarily something. I mean, there's enough people who like do this alone, which is amazing. It's not something necessarily I would want to do alone. I don't really see myself having like, I mean, I see myself having a lot of friends, but not necessarily someone who's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that with you, because everyone has their own stuff to deal with, obviously. And it is not on me to like decide over other people's time. Oh yeah, I like how this looks. This looks exactly like I want it to. So yeah, we'll just see how the whole thing, I mean, in the end, turns out, what happens, where the whole thing goes. If I look at this year, January I did like 1, 2, 3 things. February I did one. I made one render so far, which is like not a lot, considering we have the end of the month. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff to think about. For me, and I do want to get into regular rhythm with content back, but there's also like a lot of people who like demand my time, which is fine. Yeah, I don't want to like, I'm fine with people wanting to spend time with me. That makes me happy as well, because it means people actually want to spend time with me. But yeah, the time I spend with people is time I cannot spend alone in here making 3D stuff. So just be happy I don't have a girlfriend. Otherwise, I would not be here at all. Probably I would have yet another person to spend time with, and it would take up so much, which is fine, but yeah, time spent with people is time not spent with making stuff. Also thinking about like tuning down the amount of time I spend with Magic the Gathering, because it is a great game. I love it. I love the story and all about it, but it takes such a freaking amount of time to build the deck, to research the cards, to look into the themes, to see what works and what doesn't. and I'm not really the person who's like, I know I'm jumping between the themes, the topics, but it is what it is. Like my usual deck building thing is just like I want to do like I have a commander or a theme, and then I'm looking into that, and I'm not really like I mean, I'm looking for cards obviously online and be like, okay, what can I play? But I'm not really a person who like clicks the deck together and then like plays 10 matches online and sees how the deck performs before I build it. I'm just like, okay, I have an idea, I have a deck, I have a theme. Let's build it. Let's go to Friday Night Magic and play the deck a few times. Let's see how it works out. And this is probably like not a good thing, but otherwise, like, I don't have the time to sit down and be like, okay, what is the best card in the slot? What game changes do I play? A million things about Magic the Gathering, and about the decks and stuff like that. So, whoops. Yeah, like I'm trying to spend time with it without like without it consuming too much time, and it is already consuming a lot of time and money. The amount of money I spend for cardboard is not okay. Well, I say not okay, but like it is fine. I'm not completely going out on a thing here and spending everything I don't have. But yeah, it is a hobby that also needs a lot of time. Like, I have a deck in the making that I will probably not have finished by this Friday because some of the cards are still in the mail and will probably not be here on Friday. So and I could proxy those for the evening, play it, and then yeah, exchange them for the recards once they are here. But this is not really my thing. This is not really my style. So I'm not gonna. It just means I have the deck a week later, which is kind of dumb because the week after. Where's my calendar? I have to check later. But I think the week after I'm also not at Magic because there's already other things I have to attend. It is all a bit sticky. But yeah, I also don't want to have like the same decks every week. This is something that bothers me extremely. Currently, that I have like a few decks I always play, and like for one, it's fine because I'm playing aggro, and I don't really care if you know my plan, because what are you gonna do about it? I'm playing aggro. Have fun trying to stop me. But overall, I don't really like playing the same decks over and over again, because sometimes, like, I want to say the joke gets old, but the joke gets old. People know the deck, know what it does, know the trick, know the funny idea, and yeah. Also, I have 2 tribal decks which I don't really like playing anymore. One of them I built very recently. New Maryland, for anyone who knows what is up. Got her from a collector booster, and played her. No, actually, not. I got her from the pre-release. I pulled in the pre-release. I think in the price boosters. But yeah, overall, I built the deck. It is fun. It is not a usual, not the typical elf deck, not your typical fairy deck, but also it is kind of boring. Like you know what to expect. You know what's gonna happen. Yes, there's gonna be a lot of fairies, and they are gonna steal some cards from your library. Whoa. So I like to play commanders where I'm looking for commanders that are not too obvious in what they do, which is kind of stupid because that's kind of the point of commander. Or like something that has an interesting angle. I'm currently working on the deck I'm currently building that I'm still missing cards for is Bray of Clan Stoutarm. Really cool card. I really like it. I really vibe with it. It is Boros again, because I have one thing I do, and that is playing Boros. But yeah, I like her. I like the theme. I like the whole vibe of the card. I have an idea of how to play this. So this is what I'm gonna do. Speaking of, I actually I did my debut in the CEDH in competitive commander, which was really cool. Like, I had a lot of fun on the event. I went to Hamburg and played there. My commander, my CEDH commander is Arabella. I'm only playing this one CEDH deck. It is a Boros. I mean, what else could it be? It is Boros. It is a Boros stacks deck. Like, I'm playing a lot of stacks, and Arabella itself is pretty neat because obviously aggro. She deals a lot of damage to every player, a number equal to the number of small creatures I have, like creatures with power 2 or less. She herself is a 1/3, so that checks out. But yeah, Arabella and her army of annoying friends. And the whole deck is fun, like really fun. I didn't win anything, but I still had a lot of fun learning, and I look forward to the next thing. I'm still like trying to still trying to improve the game. Look at the new cards. There's 2 turtle cards I actually have to get for this deck. Ugh. But they're just like too juicy not to get. They fit with the deck perfectly into the right spots, into the right slots. And yeah, I'll have to see how the whole thing fits together in the end. Other than that, yeah, I have a bracket 2 to 3 variant of Arabella, which is super consistent because I play a lot of recursion for her, or in general for the stuff I'm doing. Maryland, I do have a Boros Soldier deck with Commander Master that I don't really play anymore because now that I have Arabella, it just feels so much better. Like Arabella feels so much more to what I wanted these soldiers to actually do. So I'm just gonna keep playing that deck, and I'm gonna yeah, these soldiers are also like a tribal, so it's pretty much, oh, you're gonna play the 30 best soldiers in slot. Who would have guessed? I have Organist, which is like a really solid bracket 2. What else do I actually have in play? I stopped playing my boring as fuck Jeskai Spellslinger because holy shit, that is boring. Like, oof. Big oof deck. I played this, like, this was one of the first decks I actually ever built. It was Boros Spellslinger with Pseudo Storm, where I'm like, hey, all my creatures in top, so I'm gonna make these lands into creatures with the innate ability of the land to be like one of those self-animating lands. And what? Now I lost my train of thought. Yeah. I mean, I do have the two Arabella decks. I have the Ognis. I have a soccer deck, which is kind of just a homage to the actual series of Avatar, but it's not like really. It's not a clever deck. It's not interesting by any amount of deck, but it's funny. Okay. Okay, we need the bottom view right now, and this is gonna be fun on the bun. Right, I'm gonna the whole thing is just like a soccer and its inventions deck, so it has a lot of vehicles, which is something I have not played before. It is okay-ish, it is funny, it is not too serious, not too good, not too strong, but that's okay. I have an Ashling deck which I will deconstruct because it is not fun. I have the new Ashling Commander, and I don't like the artwork. I don't like... I mean, the card is boring. It is also another tribal, so... What's the point? Hello? Okay. And that's basically all the decks I have. I think I do have a what is it, Band Enchantment deck that I don't really play. That is I'm gonna disassemble it for for Bray, and I hope that Bray is interesting enough to be played a few times. Other than that, I mean, I do like aggro. I actually ordered one of the Spider-Man Commander cards. Don't tell anyone. But I got one of those. Not the Spider-Man Commander card, just one of the Spider-Man cards from the set, actually. Because it just reads like a cool commander. It was the only commander I could find that reliably puts 1/1 counters on your stuff. Whenever you attack, put a 1/1 counter on an attacking creature. Which, yeah, reads fine, reads playable, me likey, more aggro. My friends will not likey, which is fine. They don't have to. They just have to suffer me playing more aggro. Okay, which this save. Now it lets me use the closing tool. Okay, and if I now... Oh wait, nope, before I... Whoop. Weep. Okay, this is the lower side of the abdomen with 2 new messages. Is it for D&D? Nice, and we have our own CDH tournament where I live, which is yeah, nice. Which means I'm seeing a few of the people I met in Hamburg again, which is really cool. Yeah, okay. Oh, this actually looks really nice to what I wanted. Okay, now we're coming to the not so fun part of the body. Let's save this for now. How do I guess I'm going to extrude this. Yeah. Right call. Okay, we're gonna make this grow bigger. We're gonna... Okay. Okay, she has 8 legs, so this means 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna make this smaller and we're gonna dip it upwards, because this is where the whole thing will morph into the human body. So this is actually gonna 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that means I can do like little weird little thingies here. Okay. Question is, can I, if I do this, will I see it on the other side? Yes! Ho ho! Selection, please. Okay, spider leg anatomy. How many segments? 1, 2. Okay, 3 big segments. Holy shit. Okay. This is fine. This is totally fine. Let me look at drider pictures for a second. Do they also have this? Pictures. Yeah. Okay. So they have like 2 leg parts, and then what we would think is the foot. Okay. Selection. Whoop. Okay, this is fine like this for now, because we are going to make the, well, I'm going to make the surrounding carapace separately. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this feels a bit long. But this is fine, because I'm gonna make the leg very thick, and then I'm gonna thicken the part in between. That means I can make this probably... Whoop. Whoop.
Lost in dark skies, no sign, no beacon light. Voices call out, silence screams in the night. No gravity pulling me, floating aimlessly. Dreams collide, explode my reality. Epic unfolds, heartbeats drum in the chest. Melodies echo, give my soul no rest. Searching for answers
World.
in the chaos of
Whoop.
day.
Okay.
Stars whisper
Good enough for right now. We are going to this is just for a little bit of
whispers of the cosmos wrap around my mind. Mysteries unravel all the truths I find.
oh yeah, the whole thing with turning it into the human body will also be super fun.
In this vast expanse, I start to believe. Siren calls beckon me towards the light. Lost in euphoria, transcending sight. Pain and glory merging in the twilight. Every note a beacon in the endless night. In the wings of symphony, I find my way from the chains of destiny.
Okay, and we have something that resembles texture, or at least something not too close, not too boring. I'm gonna make this,
Lost in euphoria,
this.
transcending sight. Pain and glory merging in
Whoop.
the twilight.
Whoop.
Every note a beacon in
Okay, better.
symphony, I find my way from the chains of destiny. I won't sway through the void, soar through night and day. On the wings of symphony, I will stay.
Now for the chitin armor on the legs. The funny thing is, I recently sometimes I'm doing I'm painting some old Warhammer models, and I do have some goblin spider jockeys. and painting those like right now helps a lot with designing this whole thing. Okay, and we're gonna do this to 12. Let's start with the deck we started with. Selection, thank you very much. Top. Okie dokie. Okay, interesting. Okay, for one, I have to like move the hairs. Okay. Kinda, but not really what I had in mind. We'll see. Zwei, 8. Oh no. Yeah, better. Left view. Okay, this is kind of what I had in mind. This is similar to how I'm modeling here. Okay, now the fun part begins. I'm gonna try to shit. And the thing crashed. Okay, we have not lost much. Okay, this looks a bit scarier, and now we are going to try to armor this again. And I'm going to do this in different steps. Whoosh. Whoosh. Okay. We're following the selection again, so this... this. Okay. This goes in.
In the depths of my mind, the world begins. Colors intertwine, and stories unfold. With every beat and every note, my creativity starts to ignite and explode. I close my eyes, I feel the rhythm, the melodies dance within my soul. I let go of all inhibition as my imagination takes control. Let the music guide me,
It is gonna be very, very awkward later, but we'll see. We'll see how the whole thing works out in the end. Ooh, no. I'm trying to give this like a uh uh like a very rough surface. Surface is what I was looking for. We're gonna extrude this, and then we're gonna subdivide this, and then we're gonna extrude this, and then we're gonna take this. And this. Let's just see for funsies. Yeah, this is more like what I had in mind. Time to break this. Okay. Oh, I see. It is actually not broken. Left view. I need to see what I'm doing. This is the actual joint. So I'm gonna... Oh, no. No, 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 no. We're gonna need... Oh, shit. That is a lot of rings. Okay, we're gonna leave it like this. We're gonna copy paste this and we're gonna flip it over the last part of the leg. Yeah. Okay, I am happy with this. Okay, almost happy. I need to expose a bit more. And we have a joint. Okay, we are going to... make the first UV maps. Yeah. Bam. These maps are kind of nice. Whoop. Accept. New. Treatiness. Okay. carapace legs accept. Okay, we're gonna make this into a group. Gonna copy paste the group. We're gonna wait, I think I have to, yeah, do this, but now we have it. Copy paste it. Copy paste it again. Whoop. 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 And we need top view. Let's fit it roughly to the second leg. Actually, let's fit the leg to the armor. Have them both. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, first leg. Second part. Okay. World. You're gonna go here. You're gonna go here. You are. You're going here. Ooh, this is fun. You are going to be. Whee!
Crimson dawn ascends the silence. Harmonies float like rivers flow. Bells entwined in timeless guidance. Slow bar rhythms, hearts beat slow. Beneath the stars where shadows dance. Joys of earth, heartbeat pounding. Bass mumbles deep in silent trance. Joy unbound melodies resounding. Beneath your voice in woodland air. Sing with grace, with heart laid bare. Elven kindred gather round. Joyous sounds in nature found. Crimson dawn sends the silence. Harmonies float like rivers flow. Elves entwined in timeless guidance. Slow bar rhythms, hearts beat slow. Eyes alight with ancient lore. Drums and bass, our spirits soar. Hands that strong wind softly roar. Every note we cherish
Okay, we have something similar to a joint. Whoop. Ugh. What happened here? Oh, okay, this needs to be angled more, obviously. And possibly bigger. Eh. Whoop. 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 And we have a functional joint. Okay, yeah, this works. So we're going to copy paste this group. And we have 2 legs already in carapace. Hi guys, I am so sorry. I actually did not see your messages because 2 monitors, and as you might have noticed, I was a bit focused. What is this model being used in? Pseudo rod. I have no use for it yet. This is like, consider it fan art, I guess. It is from a character of a game that I just wanted to do because I really like the character. If you watch the first, I don't know, hour of the video, like, there is a lot of me ranting about stuff that is currently going on in my life. I do want to do some game development at some point in my life, but take this with a grain of salt. More insane. Hi, hello to you. I live stream very irregularly. I try to do this every now and then in between, especially like when I'm working on something bigger, more complex, because people can ask questions. I just have to see that there's actually someone asking a question. Yeah. This is a model of like a spider person, like a drider, like something like that, from a game, and this is kind of homage or fan art for this. I do not intend to use this in anything as of right now. And we'll see if I ever get around to actually like doing anything with it. That said, for today I will like finish putting up the carapace on the legs, and I might live stream either tomorrow, I don't know yet, or on the weekend, me finishing the model and then rigging it so it's actually like a movable, usable model in the very end. So the final idea of this model specifically is to be like, I have a usable Spider-Woman model. But yeah, thanks for joining. I do not stream regularly. I'm not sure, last year or the year before, I did like a once a month live stream. I'm not doing that anymore because I just cannot keep it up, to be honest, with work and all that stuff. But I try my best to stream every now and then, specifically 3D modeling, because that is kind of my stick. Okay, we have put this in the right spaces. Let's I know what I did wrong, what I did differently last time. Okay, yeah, this works not as at all as intended. Okay. Now I have a something like a joint, something that I can use as a joint. Okay. We need to make this smaller though. And we do have 2 joints. We have actually texture image. We are going to grab a black texture so we can see clipping. Okay, that is that clipping is fine so far. That clipping is definitely not fine. This, and now this. And now we're good. Copy, paste, and we're going to invert it. I want to learn 3D modeling, but I don't know where to start. Can you give me some tips and tutorials? I actually can. I actually can do that because... Give me a second. This... We are not doing this. Okay. I can do that because I actually, on my channel, have a tutorial series for this specific software. To talk about this specific software, you can look at das3d.com. This is a website where you have a big store for... where's my streaming software? Firefox cropped. This is not what I want. I want my Firefox. I want... Okay. Setting this up would take a lot of time, so we're not going to do that. So look at das3d.com, and das3d is a software that you can also see on my channel. It is basically a software you already have assets, you have figures, you have characters, etc. And you can... you can like buy all the assets, or you can do what I did because I didn't have any money when I started. I basically just got the Hexagon software, which is what I'm currently using. Actually, this is something I can do. Yeah, you see it here, the das3d.com, and Hexagon right now is part of the base suit that you get. So you get Hexagon for free if you make an account on das3d.com. And on my channel there is a whole tutorial series with like a lot of videos. Let me check how many videos I currently... Oh, I'm live streaming. Cool. Playlists. My playlists are... Hexagon tutorial series. I have 20 videos on here. The first one is just about all the things you see. Like I know that new software can be super overwhelming with all the buttons and all the different tabs and all the things in the tabs. So the first episode I made was about all the buttons, and then we're going like basic shape and manipulation and basic tools for object forming, and basically I'm going step by step through the different tools. Then we're going into UV mapping. You don't need to know what that is right now. I'm going to show how I make hair. I'm going to show how I actually make from a model that I make here to a movable model in Das Studio. So there's a lot of different stuff in here. But yeah, if you want to learn 3D modeling, you can check out my channel. I have basically condensed everything I could find that I wanted to learn over 3D modeling into my own tutorial series. Then there is 3D Guru, I think he's called, on YouTube, who also makes a lot of good... Yeah, 3D Guru is also a source of a lot of good information about 3D modeling in general. There are a ton of tutorials about Blender and Like I would just suggest watch tutorials, start from there. You can always, like, if you use Hexagon and DAS, you can always ask me, you can always shoot me a question on Discord or on YouTube or wherever you can find me, and I will happily answer whatever I can or help you out or look into the topic myself if I don't know. But yeah, and the most important thing I can tell just like get the software, open it, and start doing anything. Like there is a lot of videos where you see me like screw up, or I'm like, okay, I scrapped this, or where you see me like halfway through, delete everything, start from the top, because sometimes you just have to. Sometimes you just have to be like, okay, let's start from the top. This didn't work out at all. And that's fine. That is part of the process. That is just something that happens. And that's fine. The important thing is to keep doing it, not to be like, okay, this didn't work, time to give up. Like, what I don't like is this attitude of I tried it once, it didn't work, I'm not doing it again. As someone who works in child education, I can tell you this is something that I see a lot of kids do, and it really, really, really hurts, because I do want the kids to do better than that. And I know most of them can if they would want to, but for a lot of kids it's just like not wanting to. That aside, yeah, just start, just play around, try, figure it out. If someone like me can do it, you can do it. Donut and Blender is a cool start. Yeah, we all start somewhere. Why not with the Donut and Blender? I personally like I don't know. I've never actually used Blender. I basically just started with this more or less because I got Hexagon because I wanted to like I wanted to have models, or I wanted to have pictures for some role-playing characters I had, and I didn't have time to pay an artist at the time. I didn't have the skills to draw them at the time, so the last thing I was able to do was like, okay, guess I have to 3D model them, because there's like shops where you can buy 3D models, or there's pages where you can like use 3D models to put them together into the thing you want. So I got Dev Studio, and I was like, okay, let's... Youch. I basically just started, and then I learned that the stuff I wanted I actually didn't have. Like the models I wanted to use for my characters actually weren't there, so I had to make them myself, and that is why I started using Hexagon, because it was like, hey, this is the software for DAS. I'm using DAS, so I can learn this anyway. I found a 5-step tutorial on DeviantArt about how to make your own mug, and I went from there. Like, honest to God, I started with okay, this is how you make a mug in Hexagon. I guess this is all I can find. Let's see what else I can make other than a mug. And I guess now I'm designing a 3D model Spider-Woman. You know, kind of like a mug. Basically the same. Whoop. Okay. Okay, we have... I don't really know what is going on about that. Again, I'm not really streaming regularly. I don't really know the whole how all this works. I'm just doing this in my free time as a hobby. I've never really looked into the whole, how do you do, like, I don't know why there's why some messages are deleted. I actually never had that much going on in the chat before. Wait, wrong button. Eh. What are you making the models for? For me. No, but in all seriousness, this one is kind of just elaborate fan art. I'm playing Super Fantasy Kingdom sometimes, and there is a cool character that I really like, which is like, I guess, inspired by Quaylab from Dark Souls. I mean, I'm guessing, I don't know, but the names are basically very similar, and they also look the same and stuff. So yeah. I don't really have a use or a need for the models. It's just like a hobby. I do want to learn how to use a game engine, but this is something like watch the rest of the stream, the first hour or something. I'm really ranting there. I'm not really at any point where I'm like I can start working with the game engine. Okay, this. We're breaking symmetry here. This is where the human torso will come out of the... Okay, let's at least approximate a human torso for now. Perfect. We approximated the human torso. Yeah, and also sometimes I'm just going this quiet because usually, like when I'm focused, this happens. Mm, um, yeah, okay, I'm going through the chat for a second. While making the Don't in Blender, the features are pretty hard to remember. Yeah. This is my exact point. Like, when I first opened this software, I was like, okay, there's too many buttons. What am I going to do? Neat little thing. I activated this little field here in the corner, which tells you what is the last tool I used, like the name and what I did with it. If you watch my videos, I usually have this up here so you can see it. So it might help you if you pause the video and just see, okay, what tool was this? What tool did he use? Again, my first video on my tutorial series is about like what are all the buttons, and I'm actually like for a lot of the first videos I'm just like painting all the buttons. Like I painted over all the buttons. I was like, we don't need all this. Ignore all this. Just look for this one symbol in this specific tab, and then I gradually like unlock them through the video, so you don't get overwhelmed with this, because yeah, feature creep is a thing, especially in a complex software like this. Godot was actually the game engine I was planning on using, or on looking into. I found Godot when I played Hall of something, Hall of something. Like one of those survival games where you have a hero and there's a lot of monsters coming and you gun them all down. Halls of Torment. And I was like, okay, Godot engine. And the game was fun. I was like, okay, Godot engine, what is that? Guess I gotta look into it. And Godot is the engine that I will probably like look into whenever I actually get around to. But again, something for the second half of the year. I don't have time until like September, something like that. So don't expect any jumps at game engines before that. But yeah, we'll see what I can get into once I have the time to get into something. What will you do when the model is done? Will you sell it? No, I never sell my models. If you want my model, just ask and you will get it for free. I have made a habit of not selling my models. Time to crash the economy, I guess. Joke, but I just have my models lying around. I have a lot of them, like my recent stuff, my environments and stuff. I have uploaded on some servers of friends who also use 3D modeling. I have like all the commissions are just like stuff I made for friends without them having to pay a single cent. I'm kind of a filthy communist that way. But no, seriously, I don't. I'm not really here to like make money with this or pay my or sell my models. If someone wants it, I will usually give him. Same for commissions. I usually don't get paid for those. I just like do them because I like the person that was asking, or I like the idea, or it's an interesting challenge or something. Yeah. It's not a money-making thing for me. It's just being creative. Okay. Lady's gonna have some hips. Lady's gonna have some more hips. Whoop. Abdomen. And I hate this part. Okay. Where are you from? You seem to... I do have a German accent. That's mainly because I come from Germany. That is the whole secret, actually. So yeah. By the way, this is the worst approximation of a human body you have ever seen, trust me. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Also, this is way too big, way too much space. Oh god, this looks horrible. Yeah, I knew I wasn't looking forward to this part. Eh. Yeah, also not really. No, whatever. I have never seen a human body in my life. What are humans? Okay. here is the issue, because now I have to...
Siren calls, beckon me towards the light. Lost in euphoria, transcending sight. Pain and glory merging in the twilight. Every note a beacon in the endless night.
The human body is a horrible mistake. Eh.
In my mind, colors collide, visions dancing side by side. Creativity like a raging fire, burning deep, taking me higher. With every beat, my spirit awakes, unleashing dreams, no boundaries to break. I paint my thoughts with melodies divine, my voice a brush of
No. You know, human body. But yeah, I think that will be it for today, and I will look into the human body next time. Because this is not it. But hey, pretty happy with the first part of this. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any more questions, just give me comments on the videos and I will answer them whenever I have the time. I'm gonna go eat something, and yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.